Hello. By the end of this short video, I hope you will understand why I'm saying 5G is a scandal, and hopefully you will also understand why you should care about that. Now, the World Health Organization class pre-5G, that's 2, 3 and 4G, as possibly carcinogenic to humans. Now, even that is based on decades-old outdated science that was focused only on the radio frequency radiation from mobile phones heating bodily tissue and the harm that can cause. It doesn't take into account the more recent studies that show that this pulsed radiation from mobile phones and particularly mobile phone masts can cause such things as the production of stress proteins, sleep disorders, DNA damage, cell damage, cardiovascular disorders, neurological disorders, to name but a few. Now 5G won't be replacing 2, 3 and 4G, it will be on top of what we already have, so that's another layer of radiation on top of what we are currently being exposed to by 2, 3 and 4G. Some people would rightly say that, well, some food and drink has been classed as possibly carcinogenic to humans, such as processed meat. But you are not eating or forcing your family to eat processed meat 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. You have a choice of how much potentially carcinogenic food or drink you choose to consume. Whereas mobile phone towers are bathing us all in radiation 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, whether we like it or not. We are not given that choice. And that's a major issue with 5G. Because the 5G frequencies can't travel that far, 5G coverage will require thousands of small mobile phone masts lining residential streets, attached to lampposts, utility poles, bus stops, schools, hospitals, workplaces, as well as in our parks and natural areas. Whereas currently you may have the good fortune to live a good distance away from your nearest phone mast, 5G will mean a phone mast directly outside your house, bathing you and your family in 5G radiation 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Remember that Fox News host in America who claimed he never washes his hands and says, well, I can't see germs, so they don't exist? Well, as ridiculous as that clearly is, that's kind of how we regard the harmful emissions from mobile phones, phone masts, Wi-Fi, smart meters, etc. We can't see these radio frequencies, so we think they're not harmful. But there is overwhelming scientific evidence in recent studies showing that this radiation is harmful in many ways. Sadly, the organisations who should be taking the phone companies to task and protecting the public and the environment are in denial about this recent scientific evidence, as are the phone companies. So, 5G will continue to use the 3 and 4G frequencies, as well as adding an extra layer on top of high frequency radiation in the millimetre band wavelength. So we will continue to suffer the negative health impacts of 3 and 4G, as well as whatever 5G will do to our health and that of wildlife and the environment as a whole. But hold on, surely 5G has been tested for its negative health effects on humans and animals, wildlife and the environment before they unleash it on us? No, 5G is untested, with no consultation being given to communities before it is forced on all of us. There are a growing number of scientists and doctors calling for a halt to the planned rollout of 5G because it is untested in its health and environmental impact and is basically an experiment being tested upon us, animals, wildlife and the environment. Imagine if the water companies announced that they were going to improve the water network by adding a chemical into the water supply that would fix all the leaks in the system. And then it was revealed that they had not tested this chemical for its health effects on humans or the environment. People would naturally be up in arms. Yet that is exactly what the telecommunications companies are doing with 5G. We and the environment are their guinea pigs. And what's worse, not only do they plan to line our streets with phone masts, plans are also underway for thousands of satellites to surround the planet, blasting 5G across the entire Earth, with no tests being done for the health impacts upon humans, animals, wildlife, marine life, birds, or the planet as a whole. So wherever you are on Earth, there will be no escape from the untested effects of 5G. The main point is this. Surely it's down to the phone companies to prove scientifically that 5G is totally safe for us, children, wildlife and the environment before bathing our homes and blasting the environment with 5G. Or are we happy for ourselves, our family, animals, wildlife, the natural world and indeed planet Earth to be guinea pigs for the phone companies? Thanks for watching.